I would like to introduce my friend Sadie Lincoln. Sadie is a global fitness expert. Her company, Bar 3, has over 100 studios around the world, and she's here to talk to us today about fitness. Sadie?
Good job. I'm a hugger. Hi, everyone. I love what you just said about making the world a better place, because I think we all want to do that, right? So as Bill maybe mentioned, or maybe you've read about me, I'm billed as a fitness expert. So if you're wondering right now, oh God, the bar lady's going to get up here and make me feel guilty about not exercising, just so you know, I'm going to just take a deep breath and let that go. Because I'm not really an expert in anything. I've never played a sport in my entire life. I am not a yogi. I'm not a dancer or trained as a dancer ever. I took a little step in jazz and tap as a kid, but that's it. I'm not a Pilates expert. I am just a student of fitness and a participant, a passenger. I've been in the fitness industry for over 20 years, and it all started, really, my love affair with the idea of fitness in my living room when I was introduced to Jane Fonda with my mom. And I'm like, wow, that's my sport. This is kind of rad. And then it transcended over the years. I ended up at UCLA running the group exercise program. I went to the College of William and Mary, where I started their group program. I love the energy of a group and coming together feeling good. I landed a job right out of grad school for a gym company, dream job. We had 50 gyms at the time. And I ended up staying there for 11 years and grew the company, working directly for the founder and CEO, to over 430 gyms globally. So it was spectacular. My professional experience was a dream come true. I was at the top of my game, and I was in an industry and in a brand and in a company that was absolutely booming. All about changing lives, making a difference, fitness, products and services, formulas to make people better. The irony is that at the height of my career in this booming, successful industry, my own health was declining. And my own intuitive love and original passion for moving and eating good food was also declining. My connection with fitness was completely removed. I felt like an alien, on another planet, a passenger of fitness. I'd go into even a yoga class and I felt like I was on a ride, and then I would leave and be myself. And I felt shame, deep shame, because I was heavier, I was stressed out, and I didn't feel comfortable in my own body. I did not feel good. And the shame I had around that was, I'm first of all a fitness expert and professional, and it's not for lack of knowledge. I know the formula. You're 30 minutes a day, I'm calories in, calories out. I'm a smart person, I know how to do this. I have all the access to any product and service I could ever dream of, so it wasn't access. And I really want it. I really, really want it. It's what I thought about every day. I want to represent fitness. I want to be that woman that's, ripped, endless energy, dynamic, bounces out of bed, does like 10 push-ups right away, runs a mountain, drips in sweat, just do it. Like, I wanted that so badly. My body didn't. I was breaking down. I had chronic low back pain. It didn't connect. And this sense of failure just kept representing it in my life over and over again, so I started to distance myself from it. Then I got pregnant, and I started to do yoga by myself in my house with a CD, and I had a moment of clarity that forever changed my life. That's the healthiest moment I've ever had. And it is, maybe I'm not feeling fitness. Maybe fitness is failing me. And that was a big thought for me. Maybe fitness is failing me. So what does that mean? Then I took a step back outside of my own experience, and I looked at the nation at large. Booming fitness industry to this day. Multi-billion dollar industry, attached to beauty, attached to a lot of other things. The nation at large, our health is declining, and more specifically, as individuals, our individual connection with fitness is there's a gap. We're not identifying with it on a personal level. This struggle is for almost every single person I've ever worked with. Shares the same struggle with me in their own way. So I had this intuition about that, but then it came back to me. And a couple of babies later, my husband and I, we scratched our own itch and we decided to create Bar 3 based on I put my blinders on and selfishly created a program that was based on what was missing in the fitness industry for me. And there's three problems. One was the fitness industry is very formulaic and clinical and science-based, and it's true on paper, energy in, energy out. Exercise is good for your heart. If you get your heart rate up a certain amount of minutes, you eat this kind of food, equals, ta-da, success, I'm achieving, right? Very rigid formulas. And that success I'm achieving on top of all that is very much attached to an ideal. And for some of us, that ideal is ourselves in the past, before 2 babies, is a lot different than after 2 babies. You know, athletes, when they were an athlete, 20 years later, you're a different self, but if you're attached to that ideal, we're set up for failure. But the bigger ideal for me, and for many of us, but specifically as a public figure to this day, and this is my big practice, is being attached to a picture of what fitness looks like, what it feels like, that I've seen in images through the media, represented in all different ways. A perfect yogi sitting on a mountain, you know, that woman that's just balanced and she gardens from her, you know, she grabs her groceries from her organic garden and preps her food for her kids every day and has this balanced, wonderful life and this lithe body, you know, that picture. Or Jennifer Aniston, what she does. What does she do? It's intoxicating. I want to know. I want to follow her plan. I want to be that. Or what does a fitness celebrity look like? You know, I'm not good enough. I'm not looking like that because I'm attached to that ideal. Many of us are. And that leaves you feeling lonely and a failure and not connected. It left me feeling that way. So, no rigid system at Bar 3. We're active learners. I am not the expert. I am not the answer. Exercise is not the answer. Bar 3 is not the answer. We do believe in collective wisdom and learning and drawing from new ways to balance the body and constantly evolve the product. So everybody matters at Bar 3. I learn from my clients every day how to make the program better. So it evolves. We have a very pointed point of view, but we let the individual shine as themselves in class. And the second thing is not to be attached to an ideal, but instead being committed to being real, being in the moment, honoring your truth. And when you do that, it all happens. It really does. Because when we're in the moment and we're true and we're attached to who we really are right now in this moment versus what we want to be or what we used to be, that's what matters. We're all going to get older. We're all going to get an injury, sidelined by it. We're going to be busy. We sit at a desk a lot. We fly to China for 13 hours. That stuff's real. And we acknowledging that and being real about it and then figuring out a way to be authentic in your fitness experience around that is truly transformative. And that's what I try to empower within our classes all the time. So the individual, it's very much about the individual at Bar 3 and in my life, but it's also about how the community can support that and creating our own cultures of health around us. So my thought for all of you as I conclude is just, if this conversation I just had with you sparked a little thought or a little wisdom in your own life and in your own experience, I want you to know that's your workout for the day. That's healthy. That equals success. Just that little spark of body wisdom is more powerful than, I like to say a lot of times people come into Bar 3 for a hard body, which we deliver on the best we can, but they leave with a wise body. And when you leave with a wise body, it's not about the experience within the studio walls, it's about how that wisdom transcends into the rest of your life. And so if you have a little more wisdom from this, or a little question, or a thought, or a spark, I'm excited about that. And I hope to share this experience and this spark and this conversation more and more and more. It's what I'm really passionate about beyond my business. And if you have ideas on how to share this on different stages, I'm all ears. Or if you want to talk about this, I would love for you to email me, sadie@bar3.com, easy to remember. Because for me, growing is collective wisdom and we all matter and I want to learn from you. So thank you.